It's Tuesday morning and a man charged with speeding away from police and causing a crash is due in court. It's 8 a.m. Good day, Erie. I'm Elena LaQuatra. And first on Fox, fire guts a farm building on a well-known property in Crawford County. It's continuing coverage this morning. Firefighters were called to Route 99 near Cambridge Springs just after 6:30 last night. It was once known as Finney's Pumpkin Farm, but now part of an Amish community. A man had been welding before the fire. It's believed sparks may have ignited wood or paper on the floor.
He had went to dinner, come back, noticed it was on a lot of fire, so he was trying to pull his tractor out. And that's when he knew he was out of control, called us.
That man suffered minor burns and refused treatment at the scene. More news is coming up in just a minute, but first, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio has your Fox First forecast. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Elena. We're looking at beautiful sunshine starting out the day. Unlike yesterday, we had those clouds, and the sun will be with us through the day. And that means some warmer temperatures, too, and a southeast wind. Get out and enjoy because humidity not too high. Afternoon highs getting into the lower 80s. How's the rest of the week looking? We'll let you know later in the show. Elena?
Thank you, Tom. On Saturday afternoon, water could be seen gushing out of storm drains along Florida Avenue at East 30th Street. Residents are still calling for action. Debbie Pike, who lives in the area, filmed this dramatic footage with her phone on Saturday afternoon. It's the same area where 59-year-old Gary Hoffman and his brother-in-law, 55-year-old Michael McGurn, drowned on November 5th while in their basement. Neighbors say they see flooding up to a couple of times a year, and every time it rains hard, they fear for the worst.
Please, before something else happens, I mean, those two deaths, that is tragic. That we'll never, ever forget that happening. But something else is going to happen. This street is like sickening down.
Crews have repaired a 12-inch water main that broke on State Street Sunday morning, resulting in interrupted service for about a dozen customers. But State Street between 24th and 25th Streets remains down to one lane in each direction as crews make repairs to the roadway. According to Erie Waterworks, the area has seen a few breaks over the past several years, and repairs are becoming costly.
So we're going to give it a hard look. It may be reprioritized for main replacement versus just continue to repair water main breaks.
Voitech is asking motorists to avoid the area. He says the work could be finished by the end of tomorrow. Healthcare options for Mill Creek School District employees will be changing soon. Yesterday, the school board approved Highmark to be the sole insurance provider for district employees. Previously, employees had the choice between UPMC Health Plan and Highmark. Now, they will have a year transition to Highmark Healthcare.
Two great hospitals, two great health systems, but we felt all along that we did our homework and we did what's best for everybody, for our employees, our staff, and our taxpayers.
Superintendent Bill Hall says there will be a team to help employees make that transition. Now to an update. It's new this morning. A man who admitted to stabbing a relative in the face is scheduled to return to the courtroom. Jason Madden pleaded guilty to 2 counts of aggravated assault in May. The charges were filed after he attacked his father-in-law during an apparent domestic incident. It happened in January at a home near East 32nd and Brandis Streets. Madden's sentencing is set for 9 a.m. in front of Judge Daniel Brabender. And Wendy Thomas also due in court today. Police say she murdered Keno Butler in an apartment on East Avenue. Thomas was arrested on March 18th after police say she called 911 and admitted to the crime. Her formal arraignment is set for 8:30 this morning in front of Judge William Cunningham. And Zachary Overholt is scheduled to appear for his preliminary hearing. He was charged following a high-speed chase that ended in a violent crash at Peach Street and Gore Road on June 7th. His preliminary hearing is set for 10:30 this morning in front of District Judge Lori Michalski. 73-year-old William Mitchell sentenced to 8 to 16 years in state prison. Authorities say he raped a 15-year-old girl over a 3-year period. Mitchell will also be listed as a registered sex offender for life. And a man charged with robbing 2 businesses entered a plea in court. Anthony Giddens is accused of robbing the Domino's at West 12th Street and Peninsula Drive on January 28th. Giddens was arrested after also trying to rob the Adult Mart on State Street just 2 days later. He pleaded guilty to robbery, criminal mischief, and possessing drugs, that's including cocaine. He's scheduled to be sentenced on August 14th. Police in Titusville are no longer looking for help in finding a missing woman. 25-year-old Amanda Clouser Proano was last seen leaving the Titusville Pizza Hut where she works. She was last seen with her husband. He has yet to be located as well. However, police believe the two are missing of their own accord, and they've stopped searching for them. With the state budget passed by the General Assembly, lawmakers are preparing to leave the Capitol until September, but before they go, there's a call to vote on legislation that would shrink the size of the Pennsylvania legislature. Matt Heckel reports.
That's what they say every time I go around. There are too many politicians in Harrisburg, and they're right.
Which is why Representative Rick Saccone is backing House Bill 153. It would amend the state's constitution to reduce the number of representatives in the state House from 203 to 151.
Pennsylvania operates the largest full-time legislature in the country. That should be enough.
Because it's a constitutional amendment, the bill must pass the General Assembly in 2 consecutive sessions before being put to the voters in a referendum. With lawmakers looking to leave for the summer, Monday may have been the last day for the House to vote on the bill.
This needs to be called up for a vote today. And I am calling on our leadership team to make this happen today.
But Monday came and went with no vote on the bill. Supporters say reducing the legislature could save taxpayers millions every year in salaries and benefits.
If we go to reduce the size of the legislature, there's no guarantee we're going to reduce the tens of millions of dollars that Representative Saccone was talking about.
Representative Chris Dush, a fellow Republican, voted against the bill earlier this year. He argues it'll only make it harder for representatives to have a direct relationship with their constituents.
When you have that personal relationship with your constituents, it gives you the ability to have a better understanding of where they are.
And an amendment to also reduce the size of the Senate was rejected in the Senate. In Harrisburg, Matt Heckel, Fox 66 News.
For a 4th straight week, gas prices are continuing to drop. But don't hold your breath. The national average now sits at $2.83 per gallon. That's a 5-cent drop since this time last week. But the downward trend may not last much longer. Unfortunately, according to GasBuddy.com, prices could go up as we near the 4th of July holiday, of course, and the national average could get close to $3 once again. However, silver lining is that it's still expected to be less than prices on Memorial Day. And time is running out if you want to shop at a local toy store before it shuts its doors for good. Erie's Toys R Us will close for the final time Wednesday at 5 p.m. In the meantime, anything that is left is being sold at 70 to 90% off. The once powerful chain has been unable to compete with the competition like Walmart and Target, as well as online sales. The company is closing all 800 of its stores nationwide. Another retailer is lining up to take Toys R Us place. Party City is planning to open up 50 pop-up toy stores starting in the fall. The announcement comes ahead of the Friday deadline when all Toys R Us locations are expected to close. The new temporary stores will be called Toy City. Hasbro and Mattel have signed to feature their products in Party City stores. An elevated walkway is taking shape in downtown Erie, and it's quite the sight to see. The steel for the first of the 2 pedestrian bridges on Erie Insurance campus was hoisted into place on Monday. The bridge will span 155 feet over East 6th Street near French Street. It will connect the Erie Insurance headquarters to its new 7-story office building. The bridge will be enclosed with aluminum and glass. The second pedestrian bridge will stretch over East 7th Street. And Erie is quickly becoming a hotspot for national sports competitions. It's getting even hotter. At 10 a.m., the Erie Sports Commission is expected to release news of another national event scheduled to stop in the city. What we do know at this time is that it's the first time ever for this event to come to our city. Be sure you watch our sister station, Jet 24 Action News at noon, for much more on the big announcement. The time now is 8:09. Kids are hard at work while on summer break. Coming up on Good Day Erie, the Summer Jobs and More program is underway. We go behind the scenes to see how teenagers are benefiting.
This is Fox 66 News Good Day Erie. See news happening? Shoot it. Then send it to us via Facebook or the Your Erie to Go app on your smartphone. See it, shoot it, send it.
So we're going to be talking about cars today.
Cool.
If you were building the perfect car, which 3 features here would you choose?
I want a reliable car.
Safety. Got to think about the babies.
Fuel efficiency.
All in one car, right? Could you do that?
Actually, you can.
Whoa.
This is the Chevy Malibu.
Wow. That's nice.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Malibu for around $199 a month, or get $2,000 cash allowance on most Malibu models when you purchase. See your Northwest PA Chevy dealers.
Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2018 inventory. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Hot tub starting at $29.95. Worry-free installation. 18 months, 0% financing. Friday through Sunday. Bayfront Convention Center, Erie. Call 877-55-HOT-TUB.
If you were going to design your perfect car, which 3 features would you choose?
Safety with the kids.
Fuel efficiency.
Affordable price.
My dream car would have all of these things.
What if I told you that there was a car that did have everything?
Serious? Okay.
This is the Chevy Cruze.
Go Chevy.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Cruze for around $149 a month, or get $2,000 cash allowance on most Cruze models when you purchase. See your Northwest PA Chevy dealers.
The Minimizer Bandit Big Rig Series is coming to Lake Erie Speedway Saturday, July 7th. See giant semi-trucks going 100 miles an hour when the Bandits invade Lake Erie Speedway Saturday, July 7th. Get your tickets online at banditseries.com. Again, that's banditseries.com.
Palmero Toyota would like to thank the local charities for the great work that they do. Giving back to the community is what these charities do best.
My name is Jack Lynch, and I'm the chairman of the Meadville Area Recreation Foundation. First of all, recreation centers are never profit centers. It's basically the fundraising arm of the MARC, and from the point of view of really fundraising, connecting with the community on a broader level. So our goal here is to raise as much money as possible in a way that makes sense for the rec itself.
To learn more about our give back charities, visit us at palmerotoyota.net. Toyota makes the car, Palmero makes it fun, giving back makes a difference.
From your weather authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Nice start to the day. Yesterday we had solid clouds in Meadville. Today on our Erie Auto Credit Sky Cam, this is more like it. Sunshine to start out the day, and it looks like the sun will be with us throughout the rest of the day. And we have nice dry conditions and no fog as well. Dew points are rather low in the 40s, so live pinpoint Doppler, nothing in the local area, no rain in the region, no problems. Right now, 63 in Erie. Temperatures mainly in the 50s once you get away from the lake shore. Relatively cool, comfortable night, good sleeping weather with those low dew points. And while they will be rising slowly during the day, and it will get warmer. I don't see any real humid problems for today. Some high clouds moving across the region. High pressure right now sliding from Ontario into central parts of Pennsylvania. That will keep these showers at bay, but that's a warm front that's going to affect us later on tonight. The front itself will probably move through between midnight and, say, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning tonight. And the front itself will probably set off a line of showers and perhaps a thunderstorm. While there could be some downpours, not a lot of rain. It's tomorrow when we get into the soupy air once again with high dew points. At this point, I think the greatest risk for severe would be south of us, but if we get some sunshine in here, just a little more instability, some of the storms here could be on the strong side for tomorrow. Again, we'll watch that. Today, no storms. Get out, enjoy, mostly sunny. High temperatures reaching the lower 80s. And for tonight, showers and some storms will develop mainly after midnight. Lower 60s inland and upper 60s here along the lakeshore, so not nearly as cool. Periods of showers and storms for tomorrow. High temperatures around 80 degrees and a good breeze as well. They'll probably continue tomorrow night. Some showers may linger to early Thursday morning, but that will end, and then big high pressure builds in. That's going to get us into some hot weather as we head toward the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. Get the latest updates anytime by heading to our website, yourerie.com.
Thank you, Tom. Erie Mayor Joe Schember spent some time in Las Vegas attending the Accelerator for America Advisory Council meeting. The two-day event held in Las Vegas addressed topics like opportunity zones, transit measures, and how to make cities for people and not cars. Schember says his attendance to the conference was motivated by a lecture at the Jefferson Educational Society about the book, The New Localism.
That's kind of the whole point of that book, is that you need to do things locally. You can't rely on state or federal politics to help you.
Schember will return to Erie today. He says he looks forward to discussing his findings with the administration. A local organization is celebrating a major milestone in a unique way. The Westbury retirement community turns 100 years old, along with 4 residents who are also turning 100. Fran Walford, Frances Whirling, Cecilia Patton, and Alice Miller were all honored with citations on their special birthday.
Well, I've been honored a couple of times already, so it's getting to be a habit. It's been fine. I've been here 20 years.
Westbury started out as a farm in 1918 with a donation from the Cribbs family. The Little Italy Farmers Market kicked off on the corner of West 18th Street, and it'll be open every Monday until the end of September. In the meantime, vendors will be selling fresh produce, locally made products, much more. And every last Monday of the month, there will be a special event that's including some activities for kids, free food samples, even health screenings.
I love the atmosphere. There's always great music. They do a great job of ensuring that there's wonderful vendors and just make it a great community event.
The Sisters of St. Joseph Neighborhood Network hosts these markets. As more businesses are looking for qualified job candidates, an initiative to attract local students to Erie's workforce is growing. Jackie Roberts explains.
Erie resident Autumn Buys is going into her sophomore year at Penn State Behrend, but she's in her 3rd summer working at St. Vincent Hospital.
You gain everything you can from it, work experience, work ethic. You gain so many ties to different amazing people that will get you ahead in life.
Autumn is one of about 175 local teens participating in the Erie County Summer Jam. Essentially, it's a job training program that matches 16 through 21-year-olds with nearly 50 local businesses. The pairing is based on the students' interests.
Being a part of the Summer Jam program, as well as now a part of the St. Vincent family, has opened so many doors for me.
The program includes employers from not just the city, but all over the county. Organizers say the goal is to give teens from across the region real-life professional experience.
The key thing is getting students engaged in their community here. If they are part of the community in regards to working in their community, it makes them want to be part of the bigger picture.
Part of that bigger picture is addressing some of the employability issues facing the region.
It really gives the students some tools that they can work with, not only working with employers, but it gives them an opportunity to work with some of their peers.
Coordinators say Summer Jam is good for students and good for business. Jackie Roberts, Fox 66 News.
Time now is 8:17. The temperature is 63. Another day of sunshine and warmer, too.
Also coming up on Good Day Erie, kids love to be outside, but that comes with some hidden dangers. But knowing what to do and when an emergency strikes can make all the difference.
The Honda 4th of July sales event is here, and we're celebrating all across America with brilliant deals on some of our most popular vehicles. Explore our great nation with KBB.com's best overall brand for 2018 during the Honda 4th of July sales event. Visit your Honda dealer today.
For 50 years, value has helped you build, store, design, grow, upgrade, paint, learn, one project at a time. Save over 40% on Terrell 1-pound ant dust or 6-pack liquid ant bait, only $4.99 each. Save 50% on the Moonrays LED solar path light, on sale now for only 97 cents. 50 years of DIY, one project at a time.
Caregivers, are you and the person you care for not satisfied with your current home care company? Are you not being paid weekly or receiving time and a half pay? If not, it's time for a change. Excel Home Care offers great weekly pay, medical benefits, PTO, and time and a half. Excel Home Care offers exceptional home care services. Choose a home care company that cares for both you and your client. Call Excel Home Care.
Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express. Every day we just go, baby, go.
to explore the water for an experience like no other. Adventure starts at just $53.99, and right now, get more great deals in store.
Your Sea-Doo adventures start at Off-Road Express. Get out and play.
Sea-Doo. Escape the everyday.
From your weather authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Nice looking day, checking things out in Edinburgh. Here's our Edinburgh University Skycam, and we have the library there. Yeah, I know what it is. I've only shown this how many years? We have the library. Things are looking nice. Some high clouds, but otherwise a great start to what should be a great looking day. Live pinpoint Doppler. Nothing locally, nothing showing up regionally. No problem. 63 degrees right now in Erie. Inland spots mainly in the middle to upper 50s. The reason for the cool start. Look at these dew points. This is downright comfortable right now. Lower 40s. 43 dew point in Erie. Wow. Not bad. And 50 dew points Ashtabula and Youngstown. We will have a comfortable day. The dew points will rise quickly. But, and they might hit 60 by the end of the day. Recall 60 is kind of the beginning of the humid day, but that will be late in the day, and 60 isn't what I would call, you know, a sultry type of day. So looking good there. Get sunscreen on, though, if you are going outside. Futurecast through the afternoon. The southeasterly winds appear to be good enough to keep the lake breeze. This is the line here. That's a convergence line for the lake breeze. It keeps it offshore all day, so we'll try to keep it offshore as well. A warm front will be approaching, and after midnight, they'll start setting off some showers, a line of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, maybe some local downpours, but not a lot of rain expected for tonight. Here's what comes in midday tomorrow. We have these periods of showers and storms. The threat is there all day. That should actually reduce the threat of severe by keeping the sunlight down. But believe me, there will be some heavy downpours with some of these and a few gusty winds. Some might become severe. We'll certainly watch those for you during the day tomorrow. Meantime, the main front comes through tomorrow night, and then we're left with some drier air as we head on toward Thursday, and that should lead to a nice warm-up. In fact, a heat wave as we head on toward the weekend. Today, warmer, sunshine, low humidity, high temperatures in the lower 80s. Clouds thicken up for tonight, some showers and storms scattered about after midnight. Not nearly as cool, everyone well into the 60s. Periods of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with highs around 80 degrees. And from your weather authority, maybe a few early showers on Thursday. Then the sun comes out. Nice day, upper 70s. And here comes the heat for Friday, upper 80s and well into the 90s. Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday.
Love that warm weather.
You got it. Okay, Elena, you're 3 for 3 on the true false from Monday on both of our shows. Here's today's trivia question. Bubblegum, this is a wives' tale, or is it? Bubblegum takes 7 years to pass through your digestive system. Is that true or false?
Heard that one a lot. This would be a tough one.
Is it true? The answer coming up within the half hour.
All right. Now, the food truck craze is sweeping Erie. That was the topic of our daily YourErie.com poll question. We asked, what do you love most about these food trucks?
And here are the results. 41% of you said they're usually local businesses. 23% said the variety. 10% said the convenience. And the remaining 26% said you just can't pick one thing.
In entertainment news today, a singer stops his show and Wakanda Forever at the Smithsonian.
Chadwick Boseman's vibranium suit and other materials from Black Panther are now part of the National Museum of African American History and Culture. A Smithsonian statement notes that Black Panther, like the museum, promotes black culture and identity.
Up next, too much water for Ed Sheeran. The chart-topping singer-songwriter was playing a sold-out stadium show in Wales when he had to take a little break to visit the bathroom. 3 songs later, right in the middle of a tune, he apologized, runs off stage again before returning and resuming the song just where he left off. That's likely the first time Sheeran's been cheered by 60,000 fans for using the bathroom.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We don't get nearly that kind of...
We don't get that kind of luxury here.
Yeah. Well, Oscar winner Russell Crowe will play controversial Fox News founder Roger Ailes in a limited series for Showtime. The series will be based on the best-selling book, The Loudest Voice in the Room.
It's a big month for Ariana Grande. First, she got engaged. Today, she turns 25. Also with birthdays today, a pair of Parks and Recreation stars, Nick Offerman turns 43 and Aubrey Plaza turns 34. Now, most kids are bursting at the seams to get outdoors this time of year.
But as parents know, all that extra time riding bikes and skateboards means more chances for bruises and skinned knees.
Erica Foreman has more on dealing with summer injuries.
With little ones on the run outdoors, there's always going to be the occasional scraped knee or elbow. But sometimes it's hard to tell what can be treated at home and when it's time to head to the hospital. Dr. Purva Grover of Cleveland Clinic Children's says location is everything.
Where is this laceration? If it's anywhere near one of the more vital organs, so like the eyes, the genitalial area, or your face, I would say that you probably want to get it looked at sooner than later, simply because these areas are sometimes very hard to examine and they bleed.
Lacerations on the scalp, face, and mouth are likely to bleed the most, which can be alarming. But oftentimes the bleeding is scarier than the injury itself. But there are times when a cut needs more than a kiss and a bandage.
If a wound is gaping in nature, which means that if you put it together, it quite doesn't come together, then in all likelihood it is something which will need an extra level of attention.
Minor cuts and scrapes should be washed thoroughly with clean water. A bandage should be used in the early stages to stop bleeding and keep the area from becoming infected. But once the wound starts to heal, it's best to remove the bandage and leave the area exposed. The trick is getting the bandage off without any drama.
It sounds cruel, but the easiest is the quickest. And the quickest is a loud ouch, and then it's off.
Dr. Grover says parents can use an antibiotic cream on minor cuts and scrapes to keep them from getting infected. At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Erica Foreman.
Babies typically start to make eye contact with their loved ones between about 6 and 8 weeks of age.
Now, a new study shows this small milestone might have big implications for how adults and babies communicate with each other. And researchers conducted 2 different experiments to determine if eye gaze mattered when an adult sang to an infant. They found that when adults and babies looked directly at each other, their brain waves would sync up more than when the adult avoided eye contact.
If you're concerned about your baby's ability to make eye contact, talk to your pediatrician. Maybe nothing at all, but in some cases, vision problems or autism could be the culprit. And straight ahead at 8:30 on Good Day Erie, a big announcement is just hours away. It could mean big things for sports in Erie.
And are there big changes in the forecast? We'll let you know later in the show.
Two bulls were fighting. Bam, hit the truck.
I could feel the barbed wire just digging into the paint.
Another ding, another scratch. It would just be another chapter in the story.
Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road. Qualified lessees with a current eligible GM lease can get this Silverado All-Star for around $249 a month, or get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT pickups. See your Northwest PA Chevy dealers.
Sir, I've come to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Her hand?
Yes, sir.
I suppose you want that hand there.
Yes, sir, I do.
'Cause that other one?
Could be holding a winner.
See, that's the new nest egg game.
From the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $300 grand.
That's some prize.
That she is. You have my blessing.
Thank you, sir.
I'd shake your hand. But I could be holding a winner, too.
Keep on scratching.
So we're going to be talking about cars today.
Cool.
If you were building the perfect car, which 3 features here would you choose?
I want a reliable car.
Safety. Gotta think about the babies.
Fuel efficiency.
All-in-one car, right? Could you do that?
Actually, you can.
Whoa.
This is the Chevy Malibu.
Wow, that's nice.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Malibu for around $199 a month, or get $2,000 cash allowance on most Malibu models when you purchase. See your Northwest PA Chevy dealers.
We knew the day was coming. Tracy's off on maternity leave.
Well, it's been fun, but it's finally time.
Well, what about me?
I've got you covered.
And now, Erie's Best News team is shaking things up a bit. Elena LaQuatra will be keeping you current on all your local happenings Monday and Tuesday, while David Belmondo will be filling you in on what you need to know Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Don't worry, Tom. You're in good hands.
Weekday mornings on Good Day Erie.
Thanks for watching Fox 66.
Fox 66 News with Tracy Tudum, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Fox 66 News. Good day, Erie.
It's Tuesday morning and a local community is calling for change after floodwaters rise in their community. It comes after high waters claimed the lives of 2 men last year. It's 8:30 a.m. Good day, Erie. I'm Elena LaQuatra. First on Fox, fire rips through a well-known property in Crawford County, destroying that building. It's continuing coverage this morning. Firefighters were called to Route 99 near Cambridge Springs just after 6:30 last night. It was once known as Finney's Pumpkin Farm, but it's now part of Amish community. A man had been welding before the fire. It's believed sparks may have ignited wood or paper on the floor.
He had went to dinner, come back, noticed it was on a lot of fire, so he was trying to pull his tractor out. And that's when he knew he was out of control, called us.
That man suffered minor burns and refused treatment at the scene. More news is coming up in just a minute, but first, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio has your Fox First forecast. Good morning, Tom.
Hello, Elena. As we check things out for today, we have some sunshine and some high clouds around the region, but overall a nice-looking day. Temperatures should get into the lower 80s as we head on into the afternoon, and very comfortable air as well. But things will be changing for tomorrow. More details on the rest of the forecast later in the show. Elena?
Thank you, Tom. Now, this is a recurring problem that has residents at one local neighborhood dreading heavy rainfall. The flooding in the area taking 2 lives last November. Ron Hilliard reports.
We saw the water rise and to be up to here, and then it eventually blew up so much. Rain came down that the manhole, that's what you could see in the background.
Debbie Pike, who lives in the 500 block of East 30th Street, filmed this dramatic footage with her phone on Saturday afternoon. But neighbors say it's something they've seen many times.
The water comes up through the pavement, it comes down through the yards, and obviously it runs down the streets.
On November 5th, torrential rains caused flash flooding. The water was so high that the front wall of this house caved in.
Gary Hoffman was constantly calling people to get this checked out, and it just was constant, and then he died.
59-year-old Gary Hoffman and his brother-in-law, 55-year-old Michael McGurn, drowned in the basement. City of Erie Public Works Director Dave Mulvihill says they're actively investigating why the problem continues to happen, even after a 2005 stormwater retention project.
I mean, I understand their frustration, and we're frustrated as well, because we thought that back when we did the project in 2005 that it had been resolved.
Mulvihill says the solution could require installing a line that's larger than the current 48-inch pipe or finding a way to reduce the flow of stormwater. But in the meantime, the city has made no changes to prevent this neighborhood from flooding again. And residents say they worry every time it storms.
Please, before something else happens, I mean, those 2 deaths, that is tragic. That we'll never, ever forget that happening. But something else is going to happen. This street is sick down.
In Erie, Ron Hilliard, Fox 66 News.
Traffic remains restricted on a part of State Street after a water main break over the weekend. Crews have repaired the 12-inch pipe that broke Sunday morning, resulting in interrupted service for about a dozen customers. But State Street between 24th and 25th Streets remains down to 1 lane each direction as crews make repairs to the roadway. According to Erie Waterworks, the area has seen a few breaks over the past several years, and repairs, well, they're becoming costly. Work could be finished by the end of tomorrow. And healthcare options for employees with the Mill Creek School District are changing. Yesterday, the school board approved Highmark to be the sole insurance provider for district employees. Previously, employees had the choice between UPMC Health Plan and Highmark. Now, employees have a year to transition to Highmark Healthcare.
2 great hospitals, 2 great health systems, but we felt all along that we did our homework and we did what's best for everybody, for our employees, our staff, and our taxpayers.
Superintendent Bill Hall says there will be a team to help employees in making that transition. Now to an update that's new this morning. A man who admitted to stabbing another man in the face is scheduled to learn his fate in Erie County Court today. Jason Madden, he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of aggravated assault in May. The charges were filed after he attacked his father-in-law during an apparent domestic incident. It happened in January at a home near East 32nd and Brandis Streets. Madden's sentencing is set for 9 a.m. in Judge Daniel Brabender's courtroom. And Wendy Thomas is due in court today. Police say she murdered Keno Butler in an apartment on East Avenue. Thomas was arrested on March 18th after police say she called 911 and admitted to the crime. Her formal arraignment is set for 8:30 this morning in front of Judge William Cunningham. Zachary Overholt is scheduled to appear for his preliminary hearing. He was charged following a high-speed chase that ended in a violent crash at Peach Street and Gore Road on June 7th. His preliminary hearing is set for 10:30 this morning in front of District Judge Lori Mikhailski. And 73-year-old William Mitchell is sentenced to 8 to 16 years in state prison. Authorities say he raped a 15-year-old girl over a 3-year period. Mitchell also listed as a registered sex offender for life now. Police in Titusville are no longer looking for help in finding a missing woman. 25-year-old Amanda Klauser Proano was last seen leaving the Titusville Pizza Hut where she works. She was last seen with her husband, and he has yet to be located as well. However, police believe the two are missing on their own accord, and they've stopped searching for them at this point. Reports of vandalism and unruly behavior has brought attention to Diamonds Park in Meadville, not in a good way. Fights, foul language, public drunkenness, and even public urination have all been reported. Teens and young adults are being singled out as main offenders. Now that inappropriate behavior has come to the attention of city leaders, residents are hoping that things will change.
We ought to put some cameras up around to catch them, because I've seen before when I was parked over there waiting on somebody. I seen them over here, I mean, just standing on the stuff, jumping on it.
Some possible solutions floated at the council meeting could include dress code enforcement, video surveillance, and increasing police patrols. Gas prices continue to drop for the 4th straight week, but fill up now because it probably will not last much longer. The national average is sitting at $2.83 per gallon, which is a 5-cent drop since this time last week. But the downward trend not lasting much longer. According to GasBuddy.com, prices could go up as we near the 4th of July holiday. The national average could get close to $3 a gallon once again. But there is some silver lining. It's expected to be less than the prices Memorial Day weekend. And only 2 days remain before a fixture in entertaining Erie's kids is no more. Erie's Toys R Us stores will close for the final time Wednesday at 5 p.m. In the meantime, anything that is left is being sold at 70 to 90% off. The once powerful chain has been unable to compete with competition like Walmart and Target, as well as online sales. The company is closing all 800 of its stores nationwide. Another retailer, however, is lining up to take Toys R Us's place. Party City is planning to open 50 pop-up toy stores starting in the fall. The announcement comes ahead of the Friday deadline when all Toys R Us locations are expected to close. The new temporary stores will be called Toy City. Hasbro and Mattel have signed up their feature products in Party City stores. An elevated walkway is being put in place, and it's changing the face of downtown Erie. The steel for the first of the 2 pedestrian bridges on Erie Insurance campus was hoisted into place on Monday. The bridge will span 155 feet over East 6th Street near French Street. It will connect the Erie Insurance headquarters to its new 7-story office building. The bridge will be enclosed with aluminum and glass. The second pedestrian bridge will stretch over East 7th Street. Now, Erie is no stranger to hosting national sports competitions, and those competitions are getting even bigger. At 10 a.m., the Erie Sports Commission is expected to release news of another national event scheduled to stop in the city. What we do know at this time, though, it's the first time for this event to ever come to Erie. Be sure you watch Jet 24 Action News at noon for much more on this big announcement. The time now is 8:38. Are you skipping family summer vacation this year? Coming up on Good Day Erie, as it turns out, you're not alone, but the reason many people aren't taking trips may be surprising to you. Stay with us.
This is Fox 66 News Good Day Erie.
Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2018 inventory. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Hot tub starting at $29.95. Worry-free installation. 18 months, 0% financing. Friday through Sunday. Bayfront Convention Center, Erie. Call 877-55-HOT-TUB.
Get your Longhorn Grillmaster favorites. The Outlaw Ribeye, the Hawaiian Salmon, the Longhorn Porterhouse, the feeling, the flavor, the place. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
This is Sheila. She got satellite.
I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD and primetime on demand.
I had to get special equipment for on demand. Plus, sometimes in the rain, our services go out.
Because of that dish on your roof?
Get Spectrum TV $29.99 a month. Call 844-538-2999.
And Spectrum Internet starts at 100 megabits with no data caps.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Get Spectrum Internet $29.99 a month. Call 844-538-2999.
Spectrum Voice has unlimited nationwide calling with no additional taxes and fees.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract, and I'd have to pay $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contract, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. Calling Spectrum.
Spectrum TV, Internet, and Voice. $29.99 a month each. Call 844-538-2999.
Our life is a journey, and looking back, we see generations of people in the Erie area that have been a part of the New Motors family. This journey is not measured in miles, but in lifelong friendships and the strong ties to this area we call home.
Stop in and see your family at New Motors. We've always been right down the road.
New Motors has been part of the families in the Erie area for generations. We've grown alongside the Erie community, as we've been doing for years. We'll find the right vehicle for you too.
And when you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
From your Weather Authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Weather looking nice here as we check out our sky cam. Downtown Erie looking a little east of downtown there. And you can see we have some high clouds in the region, but otherwise just a great looking start to what should be a very nice looking day here. Latest in our live pinpoint Doppler, no precipitation here locally, none around the region. A nice day overall. Temperatures right now get into the mid 60s here in Erie. Most inland spots into the 50s, and it is going to be, even though a warmer day, a comfortable one. Check out these dew points in the 40s right now. That's why it got so chilly for some of you in the mountains. Even here in Erie, dropped around 60 or 59, 60. So things are a little cool this morning. But these dew points will probably rise quickly, but I don't think they'll reach 60 if they do at all until late in the day. And 60 is usually our dividing line between dry and somewhat humid. So it does look like a nice, comfortable heat for today. High pressure building in. It'll build into Pennsylvania. Southeasterly winds will allow our temperatures to rise nicely. As we head toward tomorrow, fairly deep low pressure will move across the Ontario, across the Great Lakes region, dragging the trough through it. First will be a warm front tonight. That will cause maybe a line or two of some showers and embedded thunder. And a lot of moisture for tomorrow could cause some pretty heavy downpours. And while I think most of the day will be cloudy, and the severe threat mainly south of us, if some sun breaks out, some of the storms during the late afternoon and evening hours could be on the strong side, something that we will indeed watch. Today, though, great weather, mostly sunny, warm, not too humid. High temperatures getting into the lower 80s, southeast wind 5 to 15. Don't think we'll see much of a lake breeze except right along the lakefront and perhaps Presque Isle for the afternoon. Showers and storms will develop after midnight tonight as that warm front approaches. Not as cool. Even in the mountains, temperatures will be around 60. Here in Erie, temperatures will drop to the mid to upper 60s. For tomorrow, humid on the breezy side, with periods of showers and storms through the day. High temperatures primarily around 80 degrees. And from your Weather Authority, we'll have some showers and storms Wednesday night. Some lingering showers possible on Thursday. Then the sun comes back out. Then a big high builds in. We talked about it yesterday. And today, looking warm. Temperatures will be in the lower to mid-90s for Saturday, Sunday, and perhaps into Monday as well. We could break a few records.
Very cool.
Cool like our trivia question here. Check it out here. Bubblegum, how many, I've heard this as a kid. Bubblegum takes 7 years to pass through your digestive system. Is that true or false?
I've heard it so many times, I'm going to go with true.
Actually, it is false. Not even close. Bubblegum, like anything else, just doesn't get digested. So it just passes through. About the same as any other undigested material.
Oh.
And we'll leave it at that.
So that's not good.
Yeah, it's not 7 years, yeah. 24 hours, and most of it is out.
Okay, gotcha. We get where you're going with that, Tom. A sudden spike in southern housing sales, and side hustlers are bringing in big bucks.
Charles Payne reports on that and more in today's Fox News Business.
Stocks rock, but it could have been worse. The Dow falling 328 points on Monday, but we were down nearly 500 points. Continued fears over a trade war sparking the sell-off. Meantime, if you're looking for a house in the South, get ready for some competition. New home sales jumping nearly 7% last month, with all the gains coming from a surge in the South. The rest of the country, not so hot. We actually saw declines in all other regions. And having a July 4th blast in the Big Apple, new rankings from Wallet Hub naming New York the top American city for celebrating Independence Day. That includes things like fireworks shows, walkability, and weather. And it looks like hustling for extra cash is paying off. According to a new survey from Bankrate.com, nearly 4 in 10 Americans now have a side hustle in addition to a full-time job, ranging from gigs like home repair and landscaping to online sales and do-it-yourself crafts. And get this, the average side hustle brings in nearly $700 a month. That's business. I'm Charles Payne.
In other economic news, Harley-Davidson says tariffs are driving it to make more bikes outside the U.S. The motorcycle maker says the tariffs put in place in Europe in response to U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum imports will make its cycles too expensive, so it plans to start production in European plants.
Whole Foods will soon offer discounts for Amazon Prime members at every U.S. store. Amazon says beginning Wednesday, members of its Prime program can earn additional savings at all Whole Foods stores in the country. To get the discounts, Prime members can use the Whole Foods app at checkout or type their Amazon-linked cell number. The deals change weekly.
And Uber, fighting to keep its cars rolling in London, faces a key court decision today. Uber is suing to overturn the decision that stripped it of its license to operate in the British capital. London officials pointed to Uber's failure to report serious crimes or run background checks on drivers. The company says that has all been fixed.
In the meantime, Lyft is offering free rides to cancer patients. The rides are part of an existing collaboration the company has with the American Cancer Society, which will be covering the cost of the rides. Lyft is giving the rides free to and from treatments in 10 major U.S. cities. Now, vacation season is upon us, but as it turns out, many people simply cannot afford to take one.
In today's Consumer Watch, Mary Maloney shows us how to travel without busting the budget.
Forget relaxing at the beach or exploring Europe this summer. According to Bankrate.com, about half of Americans surveyed don't plan to take a vacation this summer. The number one reason? 1 out of 4 respondents say they can't afford it. The other top reasons for skipping vacay: too many family obligations and being too busy at work to take time off. Surprisingly, the survey found that even when they have paid time off, Americans are reluctant to miss work. Only 36% of respondents who get paid vacation days plan to use all of them. And about 13% of workers with paid time off don't intend to use any vacation days. Those who are going on vacation plan to spend up to $2,000. If you still want to book that summer getaway, the best way to save some cash is to not wait.
The best time to book your deals is right now. In fact, you're going to find discounts up to 29% on hotels and airfare.
Experts also recommend you hit the road instead of flying to your destination.
A lot of people are planning to stay a little closer to home this year. Instead of spending money on airfare, they want to spend an extra hour or two in their car.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Here's a look at today's YourErie.com poll question. We want to know, do you use all of your vacation days in a typical work year? That question will be posted all day. Just head over to YourErie.com and vote, and then tune in tomorrow to see how your answer compares with everyone else.
It's 8:48. The current temperature is 64.
Also coming up on Good Day Erie, it was Bark at the Park night, not just in Erie, just so the Seawolves could get a win on the road. Find out when we come back.
The all-new high-tech and sporty 35-mile-per-gallon Jeep Compass is here.
Hold on, Matt. The factory just announced up to $1,000 in fast finish bonus cash now through June 29th. That's up to $1,000 off many new vehicles in stock, including Jeep Compass, Ram trucks, and Chrysler Pacificas. Now is the time to buy. But that $1,000 disappears June 29th at 6 p.m. So tell them where to grab that extra grand, Matt, before time runs out.
We're only 9 miles south, Mill Creek Mall and Peach Street in Waterford.
Are you and your child having trouble with discipline? Is your child displaying out-of-control behavior or anger issues at home or at school? We're here to help. At Sarah Reed Children's Center, we help you deal with these issues before it's too late. Don't think you're alone. Call today.
I could do grandma. Yeah, sure. You know what? It's all right.
The moment you realize a good backyard party requires a good backyard.
At Lowe's, we have everything you need to create the outdoor space you've always wanted.
Shop Lowe's and save on a Charbroil 5-burner grill, now $199.
Pamper your feet with this at-home pedicure.
I don't have time for that. My feet get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's for Healthy Feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my feet back.
For 50 years, Value has helped you build, store, design, grow, upgrade, paint, learn, one project at a time. Bring your worn deck back to life with Rust-Oleum Restore 4X Deck Coat. Only $24.97 after rebate. Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover Spray Paint plus Primer, now just $2.97. Save 30%. 50 years of DIY, one project at a time.
And now, Mike Finner with sports.
Welcome on in. It's time for morning sports. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, Bayhawks head coach Josh Longstaff is finalizing a deal to become an assistant on Mike Budenholzer's staff in Milwaukee. Seawolves on the road in Reading last night at First Energy Stadium. Bark at the Park night out east. Bottom of the third, no score. Reading's Austin Listy hits a sacrifice fly to center. Drew Stankiewicz going to come home to score. 1-0 lead for Reading. To the sixth, Erie's Sandy Baez, the starter, with a strikeout of Listy. That would end the night for him. 5 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 1 earned run, just 2 hits. Bottom 8, Reading's Cornelius Randolph. Flares went to shallow left. Erie's Sergio Alcantara, the spectacular grab to keep it within 1 run, but the Seawolves can't get a run back and wasted a performance on Baez in the bullpen. Seawolves surrendered just 3 hits, but the Howlers go 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They fall 1-0. Same 2 teams tonight at 7:15. To the majors, Tigers hosting the A's this afternoon. Jose Iglesias and Leonis Martin sworn in as U.S. citizens prior to today's game. Let's get it started 1-1 in the 7th. And for the Tigers, former Seawolf Nick Castellanos, the 3-run homer, his 10th of the year. Tigers lead 4-1. Oakland gets 2 back, and in the 8th, 2 outs for Franklin. Barreto sends a line drive deep for the RBI double to tie it at 4. And then to the 9th, same score. Jed Lowry keeps it fair for the solo shot off Shane Green. Tigers come up short. 5-4 is your final. Out to New York, the Mets and Pirates getting it going. Pittsburgh trying to break that losing streak. Top of the second, 1-0 lead for the Pirates. Gregory Polanco taking Seth Lugo deep for his 10th home run of the year. Pirates extend the lead to 2. And in the 6th, they add to it again. Josh Bell going deep for the 2-run shot with that 3-0 lead, makes it 5-0. The Mets do get 4 back, but Pittsburgh adds an insurance run, and they get the win. 6-4 is your final. The Girard School Board has officially named longtime assistant football coach Bill McNally as the school's interim head football coach. The school will continue to search for a permanent replacement for departed coach Mike Zona, and the Jackets plan to name a new head coach on July 23rd. Villa Maria Rising senior point guard Addison Cross has committed to play basketball on Holy Cross. Cross would be the 3rd player in the program to play for the Lady Crusaders after 2012 graduate Lisa Mifsud and Cross's teammate, incoming freshman forward Madison Dembski. Cross finished 3rd on the team in scoring this past season as a junior, averaging nearly 9 points per game and 6 assists. Villa Maria reached the PIAA Class 4A state quarterfinals this past winter. More Seawolves action and plenty more ahead. But for now, that's it for me. And for Morning Sports, back to you.
Up next, we'll take a final look at your forecast and your morning headlines. Stay with us.
The day with the chicken you love. Get the feeling of Chick-fil-A for breakfast.
That'd be so cool. Really? Man, I might, So, like, get in there. Oh, yeah, sure. You know what? It's all about energy. You're so right. It's like, it's so true. You know what I mean? You got to.
The moment you realize a good backyard party requires a good backyard.
At Lowe's, we have everything you need to create the outdoor space you've always wanted. All projects projects have...
On the next morning, Patricia found a bedroom surprise.
I see a lady laying in my bed. I woke her up and told them both to get up out of my room.
Patricia's son is fighting for his mom.
You don't treat her right.
Why doesn't he treat her right?
Because he's a cheater. Nobody gonna treat my mama like that.
Katie married Eli just days after meeting him.
If he's cheating on me, we're done.
Will the results end their love story?
He's ready to filet mignon for a hot dog.
On the next morning.
Today at 9 a.m. on Fox 66. From your weather authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
New Motor Skycam, check it out here. We have some high clouds around the region and filtered sunshine, but otherwise a great start to the day. Unlike yesterday, remember we had all those low clouds around, even some fog. Today, a lot different. Things are in pretty good shape for this morning. And with the very dry air, live pinpoint Doppler, no precipitation around the region, and nothing locally, nothing regionally. Another day like yesterday. Just tack on a few more degrees here. 65 in Erie right now. Inland spots well into the 50s, so looks mild and a little cool on the inland side. And the reason for that were these low dew points. Dew points are down to the 40s. When you get dew points in the 40s, we had some high clouds from last night, but relatively clear skies. That allowed the temperatures to drop well into the 40s, even down to 41 in some spots in Warren County from last night. But the other thing with dry air is that while it cools off quickly, it also warms up quickly. So when that sunshine comes in for today, even with the high clouds, temperatures should rebound well into the 80s. So today's a great day. Get outside. Make sure you get some sunshine yourselves and the kids if you're going out toward the beach or anything like that. Now, tomorrow, a different story. Actually, will begin later tonight. Nice weather for the evening if you have any plans, but after midnight, this warm front comes in. That's going to set off some showers and maybe some embedded storms, maybe a line or two. Not a lot of rain expected overall as that front goes by. But by tomorrow, that front will bring in some soupy air for tomorrow. Now, it appears for the most part that we'll stay cloudy with the on and off showers. That should keep the severe threat down. The better threat will be toward the Ohio Valley. But if we do get some sun breaking out or things get a little more unstable, some of those storms tomorrow might be on the strong side. We'll certainly watch those. Then big heat for the weekend. So your forecast for today, mostly sunny skies. Nice, comfortable heat for the most part as temperatures get into the lower 80s on that southeast wind. A little lake breeze may develop right along the lakeshore in Presque Isle. For tonight, the clouds increase, the winds will pick up. Temperatures will be milder, near 60 in the mountains, upper 60s here in Erie. And again, some lines of showers will form after midnight, perhaps even a rumble of thunder. Periods of showers and storms are expected through the day tomorrow. High temperatures, even with the clouds, should get close to 80 degrees. And from your weather authority, we'll have some leftover showers as we head on toward Thursday. And that will allow for some temperatures in the mid-70s. And then the heat comes in for Friday into the upcoming weekend, 90s for Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. And you can always get the latest updates anytime. Head to our website, yourerie.com. Who's that girl? Looks very familiar.
That would be me. That was just a coincidence. I don't even really know how I ended up on that, but here we are. Well, thank you, Tom, for the forecast. Here's the last look at your local headlines. Fire destroys a building on the former Finney's Pumpkin Farm property on Crawford County. A man had been welding before the fire. It's believed sparks may have ignited wood or paper on the floor. A man who admitted to stabbing his father-in-law in the face is scheduled to return to the courtroom. Jason Madden pleaded guilty to 2 counts of aggravated assault in May. The incident happened in January at a home near East 32nd and Brandes Streets. At 10 a.m., the Erie Sports Commission is expected to release news of another national event scheduled to stop in the city. What we do know at this time is that it's the first time ever for this event to come to Erie. And finally this morning, even superstar athletes are sometimes just dad.
Even LeBron James.
Even LeBron James.
Yes, he looked like any other father as he watched his 13-year-old son in Miami over the weekend. Check this out. He acts just like him. Look at this. He received a very vocal response from the crowd after his first in-game dunk attempt, catching his dad by surprise.
You can see the elder James jump to his feet when his son almost pulled it off. James appeared, look at him dancing.
Yeah.
Appeared to be having a good time there. The camera
That's
caught
my
him
boy.
dancing, doing a little dab there.
Yeah.
I like
But
that.
I'm sorry. I mean, when you have a guy that's as big as a Sherman tank kind of sitting with the others, you still kind of stand out in the crowd.
Yes, absolutely. You know, obviously this kid has some good genetics,
Oh
so
my
this
gosh.
is just the
He
beginning.
looks just like him. I mean, look, when you extend his arm, I mean, gosh, that's classic, just a classic LeBron.
Such a proud dad
Gotta
moment
love it.
there.
Mhm.
Gotta love it. That's all we have for Good Day Erie on this Tuesday. You can always head to yourerie.com. Have a great day.
Enjoy the weather.
Thanks for watching Fox 6.